Hey guys, how's it going? Now today we're going to talk about Live Nation. I can't believe what I've been reading and seeing today. I just saw a video and then read some articles involving the CEO of Live Nation, who is quoted as saying people will pay 70 grand for a Knicks courtside seat, I'm assuming that's a basketball team, and see that as a badge of honour, but they beat me up if we charge $800 for a Beyonce ticket. And he described gig ticket prices as underpriced. Now, I've got to talk about this, guys. If you love live music, I think it's important that you hear this stuff. This is the CEO of Live Nation. Now, if you don't know Live Nation, I'll try and break it down. There's Live Nation events, and then underneath that, you've got Live Nation, who's kind of the production side of things, the booking side, and then you've got Ticketmaster, who are kind of the ticket sellers, and a lot of the dynamic pricing stuff, so the stuff where people are paying £2,000 a ticket and stuff like that to see Oasis or whatever it is, and Beyonce, Taylor Swift, it's via Ticketmaster that's happening. But essentially Live Nation and Ticketmaster are all under this umbrella, so they're monopolizing the big music scene, not even just the big music scene, just some of the intermediate acts as well. If you got Ticketmaster on your ticket, or you see the name Live Nation, all that money is going to that company. It's just crazy what's happened to the industry, how they've kind of taken over so much. But the CEO of this company is saying that we're not paying enough for gig tickets. As someone who loves live music, and I'm sure some of you who are watching this video love live music, this just shows you how out of touch these people are, man. And I really want to hear your thoughts on this, because I can't get my head around it. And I think it's disgusting, really, that they're even floating these ideas around, because I think these big CEOs, we see it quite often, don't we? Not just in the music world, but across business forever. They'll float these ideas that seem a bit crazy, but we know, or at least I have a good inkling, that these conversations have been happening behind closed doors for a long period of time, and they give these little snippets where it's like, oh, Taylor Swift isn't making enough money. They just see us as absolute plebs. They just see us as just a cash cow. They just want every single penny out of us under the guise of selling us this amazing experience. I don't care if you're the biggest Taylor Swift fan in the world. There is nothing about anything, any show, even my favourite band in the world. There's nothing about a gig or a concert that makes me think that is worth £70,000. £70,000. And if he's comparing it to sports, that's not a badge of honour to pay those prices. That just means sports prices are stupid, and it's turned it into an elitist spectacle. That it's a rip-off. It's not a badge of honour, it's a rip-off. But they want to sell it. It's the wording. They're clever to try and put it like a positive spin, like you get a bit of clout if you fork out that money. Before I get too angry and start rambling nonsensically about this, I'll break down exactly what's happened, give you some facts and figures for a little bit more context. But I want you to get involved, guys. How do you feel about this? The CEO of the company that has the global live scene in the palm of its hands, essentially. They've monopolized the whole live circuit, saying these kinds of things, because it's just, to me, it's insane. But let me know if I'm just losing the plot here. But anyway, let's scope out what Michael Rapino has to say. I'll give you my thoughts afterwards. But yeah, crazy, man. Okay guys, let's check this out. This is Live Nation's latest scam tactic, is to tell us that gigs are underpriced. Again, just to reiterate the comment, this guy, Michael Rapino, CEO of Live Nation, whilst speaking at CNBC earlier this month, he said that gig tickets have been underpriced for a long time, and he tried to compare it to sports, that people will pay 70 grand for a Knicks courtside seat, and he added that people beat me up if we charge $800 for Beyonce. He added that the average concert price is still $72, and that concert is underpriced and has been for a long time. Now, let me know what you think of these comments, guys, because this is madness. And don't get me wrong, I understand the cost of putting on gigs, venues, events has gone up insane amounts over the past few years, and the costs do seem to be rising. But telling concert goers they're not paying enough is just insane, really. And He mentions that, you know, an artist might take home 30% of the gross of a show. Now, bear in mind, we're talking about some of the biggest artists. The figures might be different for more medium-sized events, but let's put it into some perspective. We're talking about people like Taylor Swift, who it was estimated was taking home around £11 million per concert, okay? So they're not going to be struggling for food that evening, all right? Let's not feel too sorry. Yes, 70% of your wages going on the costs is huge, but we're talking about massive numbers here for these big artists, and they're just asking for more. It would be great if there was more of a focus on supporting grassroots venues for artists, because there's amazing artists coming through all the time, and it would be awesome if they received a bit more help. To be fair, I did find that Ticketmaster donated £60,000 to the Music Venue Trust in December 2024, which I'm sure was gratefully received, but probably cost the same as one of Beyonce's outfit changes at one of her gigs. So I'm not quite sure how far that will go in the grand scheme of things. There's been pressure from the outside for Live Nation to support grassroots music, and in fact, the Royal Albert Hall has been the first venue from October the 1st this year to introduce a £1 grassroots levy, which may raise £300,000 for grassroots venues. So more incentives like that, I would be more than happy to support. And guys, let me know your thoughts on this whole scenario. But before you start to feel a bit sorry for Live Nation, let's just look at their year-on-year profits over the past few years. So we're looking at 2022, 4.33 billion, 2023, 5.47 billion, 2024, 5.82 billion. This is not about a company in decline. This is about rinsing the public under the guise of the best entertainment for every penny. All right? So, at least in my mind, am I getting the wrong end of the stick, guys? How is this making you feel? Because as you can tell, I am not the biggest fan of what Live Nation have said and where this could potentially lead. Yeah, let me know your thoughts, man, because this is crazy to me. So there we go. That is direct from Michael Rapino's mouth. He thinks we need to be paying more for concerts. Let's just break this down, okay? This is what's happening in my mind. Do we want concerts to be basically an elitist spectacle where here we go, Taylor Swift's on stage and let's look at the front row, here's celebrity number 122, and they're going to wave at the camera and we're going to have to look like we're amazed at seeing all these, you know, celebrities on telly. I don't pay to go to a gig to see what famous people are in the front row. I go to a gig to watch live music, have an awesome time, and also I want to make sure I can feed my family after going to it. It's just insane. Maybe that's just me moving to that dystopian mindset, but I can see, you know, people that can't fork out 70 grand for it. I'm using this figure 70 grand because that's what he said. It's probably not going to be that, but he wants it to be higher than it is. And let's not forget how ridiculous dynamic pricing is at this moment in time. Where do people that can't afford that sit? Are they going to see a tiny dot of Beyonce on the stage and be happy with that, whilst all the celebs and all the millionaires, billionaires sit at the front? Is that what we want live music to be? Do we want it? Because that's what's happening to sports, isn't it? Families can't afford to go to sports games anymore. Families that have supported sports teams for generations now can't go. And this is what's a bit scary, really. People's favourite bands, favourite artists, are going to be out of reach to them in the live scene. That's horrendous. Like, how inspiring is it to go and watch your favourite artist? Like, I remember when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, going to see bands that I loved. And mate, you never forget it. You never forget it. And the fact that it was accessible and it was something I could do semi-regularly. You know, if I saved up a little bit of cash, I could afford to go. Whereas now, if someone says, right, yeah, band X is playing, it'll be 10 grand a ticket. Are you fucking? I nearly swore then. Are you serious? Like, no band in my mind is worth that ever. 10 grand to watch anyone is a joke. And from the band's perspective, I'm thinking, is this what they want for their fans? I know it's harder to make money now in music, but I don't think Taylor Swift's going to be sleeping rough at night making 13 million a night. Let's put it that way. Even after tax. I can't believe it. Then my next question is, what do we do? Like, how do we stop this? Obviously, As an audience, we vote with our feet and our wallets. We just don't go, which is a massive shame. And support local acts. I went to a gig recently in my local town, an amazing band, cost 20 quid a ticket, and absolutely it was as good as any experience I've ever had at a gig. And I've been to some big shows. £20, mate, for an awesome night, enough in your pocket to get some merch afterwards, grab some drinks, awesome music, awesome night. And I was lucky enough to meet some of the band at that venue as well, because of the nature of that setup. It was, you know, are you going to get to meet Beyonce after forking out 70 grand? Mate, and I know you can't compare the two, but it's just my brain's whirring right now. I think you know my opinion on Live Nation, Ticketmaster, and that whole conglomerate. I think they're taking us for a ride under the guise of the best entertainment. The only thing that they care about is their ever increasing profit margins. That's how my brain's seeing it. I can't think of another reason why they're saying these things, but maybe I'm completely wrong, and let me know if I'm getting completely the wrong end of the stick. Let me know if you would fork out that money, because I'm curious about that mindset. Maybe if you've got tons of cash and 70 grand is nothing to you. Obviously, I'm viewing it from a non-millionaire lifestyle. But get involved, guys. I actually can't believe it when these people say these things. It's just, it's so out of touch, and they're not thinking about the audience at all. But yeah, Live Nation comes out with some gems again. Massive thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoy this video, if you enjoy music, guitars, anything music related, get involved. I love having you guys on board and hearing your opinions. And yeah, take it easy.